teams basically.
Can I say something about the, you know, we were talking about the you know, where we're gonna make scrimmages in a rank ladder or whatever, like I can't remember what it was.
We don't even need to do that for the tournament. Just
You don't
like,
yeah,
that could be after, see how well the
that
tournament
should
works.
be after, in my opinion. Because the
if
problem
the tournament
with
works,
ladder,
then we can start working on it being more competitive. If it doesn't,
like,
then we could just stop.
Standalone tournament gets people into the fold of OCTC. If you have that, if you have the open house, if you have the prize pool, that gets people to be invested in OCTC.
Yeah,
once that happens, the game mode makes people stay.
Is there,
the
is
rank
there
ladder
also,
makes people stay.
The 10th one needs to be an easy to learn game mode like CTF or TDM because we don't want people to have a steep learning curve to enter the tournament.
I think it should be mixed, and I think it should be a very limited map pool for mixed.
What about CTF? Isn't CTF pretty easy to learn?
CTF is not good enough at this point. To me, at least, because with lag,
it's not good enough
True.
maps to make it like strategic enough, I guess, but not
Also,
simple enough. Like at the same time, it has to be in between.
To me, the best thing to do would be to have a 3-game mode tournament, and basically have 3 maps per game mode. You choose well in advance which ones you're playing, and have those maps. Yeah, basically, but in advance, not having to learn 3 maps. You learn 3 of things.
But
good.
But the thing that I want to say is, you know, like I'm just gonna say it anyway. I don't really give a fuck. But you know, a shit ton of players just play Badlands with the rank ladder. Yeah. Yeah. But like we need to. The thing is, I would like
but
if I was to
matches.
ever play OCT. Yeah, I know. But if I was to play OCTC like again, actively, I would want rank ladder for like OCTC things, like OCTC practice on OCTC, because then I would be playing on the server still. If that makes sense. Not going on another server. Yeah. Coming on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that another thing that could be great is if you had a ranked queue basically for ladder, and so while you were just waiting for someone else to join the queue for a ranked match, you just played public OCTC.
But how
I think
many
that's a way
teams
to
would be
do that.
Oh yeah. You
available?
just get teleported. And
The thing is that currently we developed a system which is great for pub games, but we need to move towards competitive because that's what OCN used to be.
OCN.
No, because when people talk about the nostalgia sense of it, that was usually events in Mumble, and that's much closer to a team game than it is to a pub game.
The thing about OCTC, the reason that I don't like people saying it's dying is that it's not that it's dying, it's that other things are just moving much faster. Like, I don't think we're ever going to beat Hypixel or Mindplex in terms of being an arcade server. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Impossible.
It's harder for you to do casual because people are always there's always new game modes, always new things that you have to go and code.
Yeah.
Can I address
competitive, you have a core game mode that you could just work around. It's not the admins that are working around, it's the people that are just changing the meta.
It's also
Can I address something that you said earlier, please? So earlier you said exactly how well this tournament is run. Like, there are still some issues they need to work out. Even look at the maps. Like, taking like maps and just changing pointless features. Like on Iris having the glass being SSH. On Cake Wars even adding like the stained clay on top. It's like there's still some things they need to work on because those are pointless.
I'm not so much of a purist though. That doesn't take much time to do.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that yes, there are still some kinks that need to be worked out for sure. But having gotten like the awesome opportunity to help out in doing these things, like I can tell you that people are really fucking on top of their shit for the most part. And for any other Minecraft server, it's not even close. Not even close.
The maps do require some improvement, but in general, the tournament is good. The tournament quality is good enough. The maps are one part of the tournament quality, but the tournament quality itself in general is high enough.
Well, that's the example I'm using. It's not the maps themselves, it's the fact that, like, the event coordinators are willing to make menial changes to the maps without consulting the map maker. Like, I think that's a major issue.
I wouldn't call it an issue if it worked, but most of the time it doesn't.
Did you refer to changing some color to, like, drastic changes?
Yeah, I don't think it matters too fucking much, but
Well, like, there's so many better things they could be doing. They haven't even rotated Boom yet.
Is Boom still the...
Yeah,
Boom's still biased. Like, that's a major issue that they haven't fixed yet.
What is this?
Boom is laid out... Oh, what is this? Is a group? Or Boom?
Boom.
Boom is laid out on an east-west boundary, so cannons fire differently for both teams.
If anybody wants a free objective, I think it's Minio 2, there's core mode, whatever, is that what it's called?
What?
Doesn't matter, I'm retarded.
So, blue team on Boom has a significant advantage with their Chaos Cannons.
They're more consistent.
Yeah. And all they need to do is rotate the map, but they haven't done that yet, even though they've known about the issue since breaking core.
Who made the map? Who made the map?
BrettOgden, Plastics.
Can a map dev just do it themselves now?
It take like a minute.
So. I'll go.
Well, the thing is that it doesn't like only take a minute because you have to like do the whole XML again.
And rebalance. I mean, as much as it does need to be done, rebalancing a map in the middle of the tournament is weird.
Well, it's not rebalancing; it's fixing a complete unbalance.
Okay. Moving past that.
Yeah. Like, I feel that OCN just has to realize that the one market it can corner right now is competitive, and it just has to think about that.
Because if you're gonna hit a hard truth, if you're looking for a server that's for fun, I'm sorry, this isn't really.
It's
good, but it's not quite. It's fun, but it's not quite.
You can't compete with Mineplex and Hypixel.
Yeah, top quality.
You don't have.
Yeah,
you don't have the player base. You don't have the dev power. You just don't have that. The one advantage SCTC has is that we have this start on competitive. We have 1,500 players in events already.
Wait, would you?
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Yeah. I mean, like talking about things that kind of make people arcade like should be happening. It will. That's for sure. But it should actually happen.
Yeah, I played arcade maps like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
why?
True, but I mean, the community, like, I don't put you on that, but like some people in the community complain about it not coming out, and like they don't do any shit to help it out. So,
the problem about arcade though is what is it gonna save?
Yeah, I don't think it. I think it'll bring a quick players, but it will not bring consistent players.
Yeah, it will not. It will not. Okay. That's for sure.
The problem with the arcade is that unlike other servers, our server is not development based. Our server is map based.
Yeah.
So where other servers like Hypixel can develop their plugins very fast and push out new things all the time, what we're pushing out
there's also a problem with money, to be honest. I mean, Hypixel probably had enough money to start off.
Hypixel have full-time devs. Hypixel have full-time devs, and that we don't have any full-time devs.
On the other hand,
the money limitation is the root of the development.
Don't we have one full-time dev?
Yeah, we do.
But one.
The one, I got it, dude. No, fuck, I'm out. The one thing I think is important is like, as much as we're like fucking going here and being like, oh, this is what's wrong, we need the admins, we need the devs very, very, very badly to get this done. So don't alienate them. Like, invite them and try and get them to help.
Off topic, but good news is that pastebin of IPs was deleted by pastebin.
Oh, nice.
It's a bit late.
Nice.
Why?
Someone
still has them, but the actual document is now gone.
Alright.
Someone copied them, probably.
I'm glad
it was Shaman. Shaman got them to remove it, but anyways, back to the topic.
Wait, what is this IP thing? Happened?
Someone managed to get a bunch of IPs and posted them up, presumably for DDoSing. But yeah, they took it down.
I don't think you were on it, Luigi.
Sad, so.
I feel like this is gonna end well for me.
I don't think you were on that list.
No, I figured I wouldn't. I don't really give people out my Skype, although it's kind of obvious, but.
I feel like I just killed the conversation.
No.
It's also like.
Shut up.
It's kind of good that people are not all talking over each other now, so I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool though if this could be like a revival of Melee. Like for
the size of the mumble room is inversely proportional to its volume.
By the way, what the fuck happened to Nostalgia, guys? Why the fuck's Harb on it?
Harb is great.
We're not.
Yeah, but why is it on it though?
Yeah, it's on it, but.
Oh, it is technically this map.
Yeah, but it's never been out of the rotations though.
It's been on rotations for so long, and that makes it just nostalgic. While it was my first map I played, it's just not nostalgic. But
Where was the first map you played? I think Special Battle was mine.
Battle of Tension was mine. Marble showed me Battle of Tension, and I made all of the tools, like a shovel and shears, and then I walked outside and the game ended, and I was like, fuck.
Like, I don't know how to respond to that. Like, do I say you didn't do any background on it, but I don't want to be rude?
For what?
To respond to what?
I sent an email to support asking them to revisit my ban appeal, and they replied with you should probably create an appeal and register.
If you don't want to ask the answers, email Kaz. He's been good about replying to me.
Yeah, dude. Also, like, again on the topic of like we need the devs to be on board. Like, Haji's really good at what he does. Last is a really good dev. Last is just really good at his job.
Also, for extra information, if you get banned for 7 days, just take a break, guys. Don't put like a shit ton of effort into getting unbanned, you know.
Just
the
2
problem
months,
is
7
you do
days.
it again, whatever, especially with forums and stuff.
But yeah, I must agree that seeing, like, when I look at League of Legends streams and shit like that, I'm just, like, quite amazed at how they managed to build it up, you know? Like, it's literally like almost full stadiums of people watching people playing on a small screen, and I'm like really amazed. And like, I'm just wishing that could happen on Minecraft.
I mean,
honestly.
yeah, I know. People say that like that can't, but I don't know. I watch League streams and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It cannot be that big.
It can happen on Minecraft. It just does happen.
Minecraft
is not
the largest game in the world.
Right now it can't happen.
Yeah, but it's not as large as League of Legends, as League of Legends is free.
No,
that's
Minecraft. League is not free. It says it's free. It is not free. I'm telling you that right now.
It's not free. It is not free, but
it's a scam. Okay. It's a scam.
Yeah. I believe that you're really tempted to buy a skin. But
from experience, it's a scam. Okay, I've spent more than that than any other game. It's kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
What's the point of skins anyway?
I've done nothing.
It's
just nice.
So then why do people spend so much on them?
It's good marketing.
It's
kind of like collecting Pokemon cards if you think about it like that.
Yeah, it's just fantastic marketing, honestly.
It looks good. Yeah, like there's also no reason I think why Minecraft couldn't have something like that. Like capes, if they actually put capes in the skins in CS:GO or League, like they could make so much money.
Oh yeah,
and
like capes on different servers and that, you know, that would.
If that was put into the game, it actually allows for a caveat in betting laws because you're allowed to bet caveat, like a loophole kind of, an exception in betting law because you're not allowed to bet money, but you're allowed to bet something that doesn't have any value, but then can be sold for value. So that's why you can bet in CS:GO. You bet skins.
You bet skins, but not only that, you can like, sell skins that you cannot do in Minecraft.
No, you can sell skins stuff for actual money.
I reckon like some people are actually playing CS:GO because of that. Like they actually bought the game.
Additionally, it's not like we have a lack of capes either. Like with the Optifine user banner thing, we've seen like a multitude of capes that you've got most of them.
Yeah, if MC shut down Optifine and then actually sold capes. Like,
no, not shut down. They buy the system out.
Optifine hasn't worked.
We can only hope that Microsoft will actually have
or
Microsoft
more
marketing.
Buy the
Microsoft is hungry as fuck.
That's helpful. Yeah, actually, you said you wanted to get Mojang involved, right? Isn't part of the problem is that they're now owned by Microsoft?
No, that's actually part of the solution, is that they're now owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, because they actually
Mojang did not want to have monetization of a lot of things.
Somebody is bomb-blocking us.
Microsoft wanted money.
Like,
of course Microsoft wanted money. Do you know how much money they spend on this game?
Oh, by the way, just 1 second. There's a guy on a core. Can somebody assist me?
Yeah, coming. So, like, I think that if Microsoft makes
Clip's under here.
how much they usually make, they're taking 13 years to make up the money.
Blocking off spawn.
I just feel like he's in the Minecraft community.
Somebody come to the south side, red team, south side, help to die.
Guys, as much as I appreciate fun having, could you please either do it in pub separate room or
Or just like quiet down a little bit.
No fun allowed.
Can't do it here.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
I just think that the Minecraft community is not really suited for an economy, no matter how small you start it.
I mean, but
because
you say
even in
that about
CS:GO, you have
everything.
people that get scammed regularly. You have like something like teams throwing matches to win bets. So
I mean,
think in Minecraft.
To me, like, people are looking for a perfect game to become an esport, and there's no such thing as a perfect game. There's not.
I think that there are things that make it easier for a game to become an esport.
For sure, but like when people have arguments like Minecraft has some randomness, it can't be an esport. Minecraft players are too small, can't be an esport. Like, no.
Blame random generation.
Where? I'm not saying esport. I'm just saying that the
God.
economy, like Minecraft economy, is not a thing I could see working.
Yeah, but I mean, they're absolutely right. Randomness has nothing to do with how good these
No, randomness isn't a factor that you should actually have in a game, because otherwise people will get bored.
It doesn't matter. Like, Hearthstone, I'm sure most, like, even LoL matches, I don't even know about LoL, but there is a random element to it.
Adding to that, the fact that games like League of Legends are now coded in Java, which is not that. I mean, I've seen people really running League of Legends on like the shittiest computer I've ever seen. So
you can do that with Minecraft, but obviously.
See, like players kept complaining about 1.8 because of the lag. It's just because they generally don't have the money.
Yeah, but that's
big computer
in the tournament and stuff.
Yeah.
That's true, but I mean the assumption that you'll have the base stats to run Minecraft decently.
Yeah. Also, like maybe some like ranking system that is like a little. Let's see. Like if it was really more, if we wanted to have it competitive, maybe we should have like something like rankings and shit on the network
that's what
actually
we could do
give
after
you
this
stuff,
tournament,
you know?
see how it works out.
Like if you have rankings or something, then you can have certain teams that get in certain bigger tournaments for certain prizes and shit. You know.
The problem with that at this rate or point is that
get him.
If you look at, for example, we have had really big tournaments. However, we all know that unfortunately the player base has, well, it is less than it used to be. And we see that in teams as well. We had 80 teams, which is a lot, I must admit. That's a lot of people competing. However, there are some good teams. However, there are a lot of teams that are actually at the same level of each other. So if you're going to create leagues in that, there are not that many top-notch teams. You would have, like, for example, Ian Black would be playing with Wahoni's a lot.
Yeah, it's true, but I mean that my idea would be for
people get better.
Yeah,
like what's your point?
If there's like something really competitive,
my point being is that
I really badly want to play that game, so I have to really like start, you know, being alive and all that. Yeah.
My point
is, you see what I mean, right?
It's like that we're too small to create a bigger league.
We already have 1,200 players like this tournament alone.
Yeah,
without any
that's
advertising.
Right. I know. That's a lot.
Oh my god.
However, we need more.
Oh my god.
Yes, because without advertisement. What if we actually had advertisement though? Which, to be honest, could be happening, and I'm pretty sure it would like really easily be possible.
I know there have been rumors about advertisements and ways to do it. And a lot of people say like social lists, but I don't believe that's the way to go.
No, advertisement like YouTubers or stuff like that playing in our tournaments. That's what
we
I
still want to think by
well, we wouldn't get many videos if YouTubers played in tournaments because they would be out like first round.
No, not necessarily.
Streaming tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. Like if Sethling were to stream, would have.
I mean, we know that because we've seen like the Redstoners played in RFW.
Like
they didn't get to record that many matches.
Sethling his streams get over 1,000 people usually. Overcast tournaments get about 1,000 people. To put that in perspective.
Stormer, with regards to people being out, YouTubers being out in the first round, yes, BrettOgden played RFW, which was Etho and Seftling, and they got kicked out early. The attraction.
No, they won one season, didn't they?
They won one.
That was
but the attraction of RFW,
time,
yeah, exactly. The attraction of RFW is to watch like Honey play and Martin stream, not the people who play. It's the streamers who get the attention.
I think you need to get people who really know about PvP. I mean, I think if you don't know about PvP, you can just forget about it. And
yeah,
I think
you won't get. Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't get the like texture guy that's making tons of texture pack on that kind of thing. Yeah.
And I think you could like market for that would be like mid-sized UHC YouTubers, like
people who already have an audience for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the UHC people are very mature from what I've seen. They would make it good up.
No, I disagree. I have a team full of...
I mean, he's right.
On. What the fuck?
Like, there's some immaturity, but like the thing is, again, this is where like Last is needed, because Last like knows people who are like big name YouTubers and could maybe convince them. He also has the connections to Mojang that would actually maybe allow you to get some things.
Those are Apple's connections. Those are Apple's
Last.
connections, not his.
Those are largely Last.
Okay.
Also, if you want to aim for some advertisement with that price, it needs to get started soon because of the hype that's currently going on.
Exactly.
It shouldn't wait soon, like the hype is going to be gone. It needs to be up while people still hype for the price and stuff.
Wait,
in a
what are
couple
people
weeks,
hyped
nobody will
about?
go into it.
Price
What did I
pool.
walk into?
Huh? Wait,
Price
price
pool?
pool donations are
I
actually...
can't hear anything you're trying to say.
Or are we just
Price
talking about a
pools.
price pool?
Trice pool.
Price pool, T-R-I-Z-E.
Oh,
It
price
clicks in.
for tournaments?
But on another hand, like if we were to get some like advertising and shit, like probably the best way to get some, if we had some contacts with Mojang, just imagine like you open your launcher and you have like this Twitch stream,
breathing on your mic.
whatever.
That's
Mojang
unrealistic.
You know how
We
much,
should-
you know how much money
It
we would
wouldn't,
have to
it wouldn't
pay
have
for that kind of
unless we, like
advertiser?
given a certain percentage of.
It's
what we could
unrealistic, so
earn
we
from
shouldn't
this.
even consider that stuff, mate.
That's
It's
the
just
kind of
unrealistic.
stuff that's not gonna happen. A company
Yeah.
like that's not gonna do that. Microsoft owns that company now. Do you
Yeah.
think they're gonna do that? No.
Here's what I think you could do from Microsoft. The Minecraft is the sole game in the world, and there's very little to
No,
actually
that's
make
false.
a large profit.
It's the largest.
Next turn, let him finish his sentence, please.
Lisa, can you stop arguing over technicalities?
There anyway. It's really large at the very least. And right now, like buy Minecraft, and then there's nothing else after that. Games like CSGO and League, there's skins, there's things that you can make money off of. If you pitch to Microsoft that one of the things you want to do is, I want to make this much more monetized, I want you to be able to make more money off of it, are they going to give you like a large amount of support? No. Could you maybe convince them to throw in like, I don't know, 20 free accounts to throw into a prize pool? Yes. Could you maybe convince them to say, oh, this is pretty interesting? Yeah. You could get little things.
If
Because
we
it doesn't really
provide them
cost
with
them.
an idea to make more money, they'll like that.
I mean, the thing you say is like, we have this idea, we're going to try and do this, we'll do the work for it. You put in very little investment that has no repercussions for you, and cool. If it works, then awesome. It works well for you. If not, doesn't matter.
The problem with this kind of stuff is that right now, Overcast is trying to maintain a family-friendly and very casual atmosphere during or on their services. If we're gonna... I like more competitive things, like more difficult tourneys or leagues. However, we cannot guarantee our normal player base, the players that hop on for half an hour, play 2 matches, and go back off, that we're gonna maintain a hardcore server with all kinds of ties and just throw things at them like win this, win this, win this. They have to be very good.
The thing I think that is important then, and the reason why I'm not just like lobbying with like the admins that I kind of have connections to and they can talk to, is because I think the most important thing is the current community of competitive OCTC has to basically agree to the fact that despite money being involved in a following tournament possibly, we are going to make sure it's the most fun and entertaining and serious tournament that it can be, because that is like the spirit of OCTC, and that is what will keep players who actually stay rather than players who come say, okay, I didn't win anything, that sucked, I'm gonna leave now.
If that's the case, then we're gonna have to get some professional streamers, because the streamers that we have right now are not professional at all.
It's not like the prize pools are going to be like tens of thousands of dollars, guys.
Yeah.
You
don't think so? It's not going to be big at all. It's going to be small.
It's honestly, it's more just the idea of having money as an incentive to get players. It's literally tricking players to play, so they see, wow, the game mode is great, wow, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, well, the problem with the money is that people that are very good at OC.PC or Project Ares are very likely to get in finals through those prizes. However, new players are going to get attracted by it, but they're going to be disappointed because they have no chance of getting to the actual prizes.
If we have Swiss, though, for example, or group stages or something that allows them to play, what we've done is we got them to join, and then we get them to stay. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, that's that. Like, the money is to attract people. Then they come here. Then they play. They realize it's fun. They're gonna stay. That's the point of it. It's not to make to give everyone money. It's not the point of it.
We're not gonna be like.
Yeah.
The money also drives.
Should not be the policy anyway.
Honestly, like the first couple of tournaments, like going to the matches, where I was seeing. We're going to have a lot more players who will play it, so the money incentive will affect people who come in.
How much money are you guys talking about anyway?
Depends on the donation or something, I think you're guessing.
So is it going to be based off donations from the community?
Pretty much.
So will it take like a month before the tournament?
I mean, that's assuming no external sponsor.
The entire month's money will go towards the tournament.
Yeah, we've already talked about how we might raise money.
I know.
I think we should actually look closer to what we got already.
I know that we could get...
Public Overcast. The way we are right now, it's going to continue dying.
Is Public Overcast making a profit right now?
I think
I would assume so. If it wasn't,
they are.
Probably is.
There's probably profit, but probably a very, very small margin.
I think that the problem right now is that, like, I feel like people on OCTC in general are just, like, subsisting and just kind of, like, here. But if I were to ask, like, a dev or an admin or a moderator, like, hi, why do you do this? Why do you keep working on the server? Like, I don't know if I would get an answer. Like, I feel like they would say, oh, for the community, but, I mean, a lot of the decisions aren't made by the community. If they say, oh, it's for money, but, I mean, they're not doing a very good job of making that as a business. If they're trying to make it bigger, then I don't know why they're not advertising. I don't get what OCTC is doing, and like normally I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck, but OCTC has so much potential that it's just really sad to not see that capitalized on.
Kind of reminds me of Race for Wool and how that had the opportunity to take off, but it never did. Partially because of how the early tournaments, like, players would get eliminated in the first round, like, then they'd have to wait a year to play again.
Exactly. That's why Swiss is good. Swiss
you got to play more teams that suck.
Yeah, I prefer group play, honestly.
I don't know, like, I think that we all need to understand that the basic premise of this is we use money to and then we use all the experience from the past tournaments to make it the most enjoyable experience so that they stay. It's literally just tricking people to join it and
that's the
saying,
case,
wow, that's awesome.
Have to shorten the time. There's nobody's going to stick around for a month to 2 months to win money.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Which is why 3 rounds of Swiss is what I propose. And then have it
we need to do RMCT where it's like all in like a weekend.
RMCT literally takes months.
Yeah, RMCT is
the first one. I think it was the first one. Or the second one, they pushed it all in.
It's too short.
Nixter, do you remember the last 2 tournaments before House of Course?
How it took like the entire summer.
No, the last 2 tournaments before House of Course. How it was 2 tournaments in weekends and everybody hated it.
Yeah,
spreading it out.
I agree that like just a weekend isn't fun. I mean, even for me, just as a referee, it's like really not fun. Like you're like, oh cool, we have like do it. Like a couple hours later, it's like,
or oops, I'm on
okay, done.
That one.
Wait, like you're like a few hours later, you're like, it's already done, and you're like kind of sad. I mean, I feel sad personally, and now that I'm having this long tournament, I actually find it.
I think if we're gonna people, we need to do like how CS:GO does it, where they take based off your in-game competitive wins. Like we need to set up a system. No, let me explain this from the beginning. So we set up a system on the network where it's like kind of like CS:GO, where you create your teams, you have your teams, but you can join like a queue or whatever to fight another team.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before.
And then,
I think we should have the tournament
and then all the teams get ranked off that, and let's pick like the top 20 teams to fight it off over like a period of like 2 weekends. Like half.
Isn't that called LCS or whatever?
I can't remember what it's called.
But
that
Swiss
is probably
allows,
the best
Swiss
way
allows
we
you
could
to
do
remove
it.
the restrictions on that, don't you?
Huh?
I think
that's the only way I see that working, because that's the only way, like, Counter-Strike, since it's so big, there's no way in how they're going to send out 500 teams to a convention center 4 times a month.
Well, we're not sending anybody to convention center, are we?
No, but you get my point.
Yeah, the thing I agree
It's
though
not
is that but only if you're already within OCTC, and that means you have to start with a tournament. And I think that the summer is like the last opportunity to do something big.
Yeah.
Do you disagree, Shroom?
No, I think the summer, if we start, let's say June 10th, we start a tournament to where it's in-game tournament with teams, and you put in a queue system, and then you fight other teams, and then you get the same punishments. Like in CS:GO, you get like a 1-day ban if your team member leaves for too long during a game, and it causes that. We have to give punishments for like leaving matches and stuff like that.
No.
Because let me finish. It'd be banned from actual broadcast. Because then it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
Because that.
I agree.
Oh, you mean like the law system where they kick you off if you leave?
People would make balls teams just to boost.
Yeah.
If we didn't conflict any punishments for leaving matches.
This works well in CS:GO, to be honest. So.
If you have
works
Elo
great
base,
in Counter.
you would have to do
Works well in League as well.
Yeah, because there's gonna be boosting like crazy for winning matches.
The thing is, Swiss is hard to boost in.
They've already talked about wanting to bring an aspect of public, like an Elo system, off.
It wouldn't be public. It would be some special queue thing that you join on purpose.
You have like a way to officially scrim off tournament time. But the problem with this is that Last is asking for ideas that take less dev work rather than more.
It's not that much dev work.
Dedicated deep.
I mean,
it's not that much dev work.
It's basically really not. We already have the infrastructure for the teams. The team system's already on the website.
Yeah, but you need to set up an Elo system and a way to connect.
Well, I mean, it's basically
we already have a way to send players from a public server to a private server.
It's kind of like stats. And implementing automatic bans.
Well, Elo's automatic. Yeah, well,
it's a lot of dev work.
Well, speaking of automatic bans, you have the.
Alright, I'm just gonna put this out there. Like, Last is like the only one doing dev work anymore.
No,
we have
Ramsey
who can be doing dev work. We have players in the community hire to do dev work.
Next, the dev issue is completely separate, okay? Talking about the tournaments, we need to have ideas which require less dev work, rather than trying to come up with dev work.
Alright, we need to do dev work, or we're not gonna
Tournaments are rather simple. They have
How
to understand. You have to have fun, and they don't have to be a lot of shit done work for the people who organize them. To have fun or attract players, which is getting a bigger issue around tournaments right now, is creating a whole factor, which is advertisement.
Yeah, but if we advertise, let's say we get 100 and let's say we get 200 teams that sign up. Because this last tournament we had what, 70? Let's say we have 200 teams. Let's say we have 200 teams sign up. You know how long it's going to take to do? If we don't set up a system to knock out teams early, it's just not going to work. There's going to be dev work.
There's going to be dev work. I totally agree. But we are going to need tournaments to get a regular player base up. That's what we want, right?
Yes,
we don't only want competitive tournaments, we want to have fun on the servers as well.
I think if you're trying to increase team numbers significantly, you'd want to override the practice server. Like, because giving 180
Oh yeah,
No, that's not gonna happen.
Logistically, it's not gonna
it would
work.
just each team. Oh.
That's not a good idea.
No,
so
we
yeah, I
would
mean,
probably limit the amount of teams that can be queued at a time.
Yes, of
So-
course.
so
That's
the
what
idea
we've
is
always
arms.
done. We could just
Like
tell
with
the,
ranked
the
ladders
max is
on Bad Light.
128.
Basically turn TM off of tournament time into a ranked server.
Yeah.
Into a
While
team Bad
while a
Lights.
tournament's not going on, all those things that are readies will just be turned into queuing servers.
Honestly, I could see that being really fun.
Yeah, I think matchmaking, not matchmaking, but like team matching. No matchmaking.
Are
for
you
guys.
asking me out on a date?
Wow, Luigi? Sure, maybe. No, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, team matching or team queuing. Like, let's say there was 70 servers, 70 team servers. Like last tournament, 70 team servers. I can guarantee there's not going to be 140 teams on at the same time trying to queue in a match. You get what I'm saying?
We could just share servers. I mean,
the tournament servers go dormant for months at a time anyway. It's a waste of money for them just sitting there. Why not use them for queuing?
Yeah.
but I agree your queuing system would be really interesting. Like, if you had like some, like maybe not like ELO or well some sort of ELO, but I don't know what it would be based, but something like where teams basically put up a scrim together on something that on the website where it's pretty easy and they have to show up. If there's not enough players,
There's gonna be a ref.
warned or something.
No, I think
You know?
no. I think the best way to do this.
I mean, they get kicked out of the queue for like several days or something.
No,
you know?
I think the best way to do this would be do it like CS:GO does. You join and then you invite your team. Well, your team members, if they're online and they're on the queuing servers, you're automatically stuck as a team. And if you have like let's say a minimum of 6 players online,
Yeah, why not?
and then
yeah,
you type /Q team or whatever, and if there's any other teams online that are in a queue, you'll just get matched.
What
with
are the
them.
chances of that happening though? Two teams
Pretty
at the same
high.
time.
I would say pretty high. If we have a lot, if we get the advertisement
Yeah.
going, it would be pretty high. I would say
Yeah.
probably at least 4 to 5 teams on at any given time queuing.
You could also pre-schedule with a team. Let's say I want to play Impact. I can talk to them the day before and say, hey, have your members queue up at 10 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's just
Yeah, let's tie in
PM
everything
maybe not a
right
PM
now.
system, but something kind of similar.
Or specific team forms just for teams wanting to
Yeah,
play
perhaps.
matches.
At that point, you might as well do next PM.
Like, I don't understand.
Tie in everything
It's-
together, that's not true.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
don't
what we
we
found already
start
is
on
for
the
the PM
arcade while we're
system.
at it?
Yeah. Well,
Mix it all up with the arcade.
so is anybody keeping track of anything we're saying, like in Google Docs?
We already
Do you
done
want
my
me, do you want me to record this?
Who's the stenographist in here?
You should probably like just like set up a just set up like a what the hell's it called? That works.
I like that.
So I think you want us to start all over, Elijah?
Yeah, let's
You can just keep
repeat
talking.
what we said for the last hour.
I must have making a corpus right now.
I think that the thing that I'm getting from the admins is like they're just not going to do cash prizes, so I need to think of a different
We
way.
don't want to do cash. Just
Yeah, we do.
there's so many
like,
wrong with cash prizes because there's gonna be people joining just for the cash. We need to give another.
That's
chance.
true.
Like,
But
why-
if that- if
Next
that's
turn,
happening-
next
okay,
turn,
then
next
next
turn.
turn.
You weren't
Here's
here for
an,
this, but they
Let me-
went over
wait,
this.
wait, wait,
The
wait.
idea
Even
was
if
that
someone came with cash, like even if loads of people came for the cash prize, still like even if it's half of them left, you still have like the other half.
Here's the
staying.
basic thing. We need to expand the tournaments so that 1, new players come in, and 2, the players currently in the tournament think, okay, this is expanding, I like this is an upward trend, cool, I'm going to stay too. Having something be growing gets people on board. Next, the thing is, I need to make sure that the players who are on board for that tournament think, wow, this is the greatest thing ever, I want to stay and do it again. So So like the thing is, if that's not money, that's cool, but that means we need to find some way of getting YouTuber word out. You need to have people spreading it by word of mouth. You need to get people into
I know
the
I can
tournament
get
first.
Ollie to do it.
Also,
Yeah, I can help Ollie
no.
too, but
Well, I could just message Ollie on Skype and be like, hey, you want to do
No.
this?
Ollie
This
will never
is-
come back on Overcast. I'm
This is
sorry
an
to tell you
idea.
Didn't he
that,
just
I
live
think he
stream the
left.
last tournament?
think he hasn't
he
been
was not.
watching this tournament. Live Ollie doesn't really like what's going on right now.
No offense.
Yeah.
We also need English people, not just Spanish people.
Yeah. The thing is, that's why having people like last is really crucial.
Some Americans.
Like they know people from like the Midnight Society.
Well, nobody from the Midnight Society is big.
Etho. He's kind of a big deal.
Etho hasn't been part of the Midnight Society for over a year.
No one on them has made videos in over a year.
The Midnight Society's been dead for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Nobody's.
But you can't say they're not friends anymore.
But look, the point is that the contact is still there. We could
Like,
get them.
they still have millions of subscribers.
We have a way to ask.
What are we gonna do with millions of subscribers when there's no cash
the
pool?
only contact that I even had with Etho directly was Rixiot, and he hasn't been online in over a year.
I heard that Rixiot was gonna stream in a week.
What?
Look,
Stream
okay,
what?
ignoring that, the point is that
Something.
we can reach them with really
Nail 3.0.
Oh, Elric, go man.
But
I know Apple knows Etho, but I highly doubt Etho would do that. I highly doubt
What
it.
if?
Why would you do
like?
I just don't.
What if,
he's not that kind of person.
What if there was like, an actual? You know, there's like this raindrop system that basically is useless for now. But what if like they could get some donor perks for a certain amount of time if they like double raindrops boosters and whatever?
But what's the point of that if you're not gonna stay on the server to play?
Yeah, it's true, but
it's like Hypixel like advertising a free package for like a month. But what's the point of getting that if you're not even gonna want to play on the server?
Yeah.
Here's an idea that I had just to bring in more players. Every summer, RMCT has an open house event where they kind of show people the competitiveness of the game, what it's like, and they teach them strategies and stuff. And I think something like that might be beneficial for us too, because lots of people don't really understand what our competitive capabilities are.
You could crack them an actual video about tournament strategy.
The teacher.
The only person I can see getting to stream that.
No, like actual.
Would be.
I could get a video for you of what makes things really, really interesting about OCPC. Like I know exactly what I could show off, and I could talk.
In under like 5 minutes.
Yes.
In under 5 minutes.
Yo, but get Monster to narrate it.
We need to get Rich to narrate it. Yeah, we can get Hobo to do it.
I mean, if Hobo is even alive still.
Hobo's
He's alive. We've seen him.
He's been. It's good.
Or rather, Baggins.
Yeah, Baggins.
So that's where Baggins' username came from.
No. That's what they were having.
So what sparked this conversation?
It's been going on for a while.
You guys want me to get Brett in here and you could pitch some ideas to him?
Oh yeah.
No?
Yeah. Why not?
They don't want to. Well, make notes and send them to me, and then I'll pass them through, I suppose.
I mean, he'll find out at one point, so.
I hope they're discussing it right now already.
Or we could make our own tournament.
Well, it's not exactly a big secret.
Like
Yeah.
the other
By that you mean Badlion?
I don't know, but that thread that got posted on the Badlion forums the other day, holy crap. Like, there was like shots fired in every direction possible.
Well, to be honest,
didn't miss a mark.
Because of that, it's the only reason we're talking right now. If they didn't do that, we wouldn't be talking right now.
Potter, fix your internet, please.
Oh, come on, I wouldn't do anything.
At least a catalyst for change.
Potter, fix your shit.
I can't fix my shit. 24 plus people, and about 4 people talking.
No ideas.
That's usually what happens.
Oh, we've been talking non-stop for like an hour.
I'm not thirsty.
That's 2 hours at this point.
We are blowing steam awful.
I don't see why we should focus on our current tournaments though, because they're not going to be worked out in the long run. Just because of how seldom they're played. We need to get our actual like get actual server to going. I mean, it makes it more competitive than it is right now.
The problem though is that I don't think you have the luxury of that time. I think that if you wanted to restart over with a perfect style, and if we had done that 2 years ago, that would have been great. But what you need to do first is to show, like, once and for all, like, this can work, and then you can say, okay, now that we have this, now we can.
Luigi, I'm coming for you.
No, I know my.
Just setting up a ladder is gonna draw people in.
No, it's not though.
Are you sure about that?
Ladders are not going to attract new people. Ladders are going to attract old people.
No, badline people are gonna come so bad.
No, they're not.
They're gonna come.
There's gonna be a lot of players that play other competitive games are definitely gonna want to come.
Like, the thing to me is that ladders and, like, having a long, drawn-out thing that happens, it needs to be sparked by some event at the start. I think that's... And that means have a standalone but substantial tournament and an open house before that, explaining to them basically everything that we can explain.
Not just one open house.
I think the best way
get
to
like
do
a series of videos.
this is gonna
like, what...
sound weird, but
good.
On the main, on the home page, we need to just get like the first thing you see when it pops up the home page is gonna be a YouTube video, like dead center of the page, that welcomes new players to Overcast, and describes what we are and what we do and our goal.
That'd be cool.
And our end, what we're about, where
Should
we
be
started
the main
from.
thing, but
like,
should be on there.
We need a hook. We need something. We need to say, like, this tournament is going to be special for this reason. Well, it's literally, this is advertising. You need a hook to get people in.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
so,
RIP.
Luigi, holy shit.
If you can say that this tournament is going to be this huge thing,
I'll
you
give
should
you
join
an
it.
idea, like what YouTube can do to a server. I'll give you an example. So I'm a helper over at the Chunk, and we had,
I didn't see you.
No, let me finish. We had an average of about 500 people online at any given time, about 500. One YouTube video from Sunday made us double what Overcast averages. And now we average that just from one YouTube video.
How many subs does he have, and how much did it cost to get that video, or was it?
We didn't pay anything.
And
Who was it?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Who was it? Who was it?
Sunday, wasn't it?
Sunday or whatever.
It's pronounced Sunday.
Okay, I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Look
He's
at
a mini games YouTuber, pretty much.
Yeah, he has about 4 million subscribers.
That's what all YouTubers do these
The problem
days.
is though, mini games are easier to advertise.
What is a mini game? It was balloons. Like, that's what we need to do. If we want to grow up as a network, we can't just stick with vanilla PvP.
No. Here's the thing.
If it's competitive, it has to be.
In terms of market, like in terms of market, you can't have a arcade server. Arcade is a cool thing to have eventually. I'm not going to discredit that. But there are other servers that can do arcade
much
better
than
and
us.
faster. So that's not going to get you people.
Yeah,
if you want to actually attract the kind of interest that's necessary to pull this off, so people think, wow, that was the coolest fucking thing ever, this can work, let's do it again. You need to have an angle that says, we're the server that's done this the best, this is the competitive stuff we've done so far, this is why this tournament is special, and this is why you should join it.
Imagine League of Legends as a minigame.
Like,
That's
whatever it is, whatever is necessary, whatever needs to be done quickly. Because if you wait past this summer, if you do it during the school year, it's not going to work out.
That's impossible.
Yeah,
And
everything needs to be planned and ready to go, like, June 10th.
Why June 10th? What's happening June 10th?
That's
June
like
10th
the
is like
most
the middle
time
of exams.
students... What? Maybe in Canada. Not in the
best
United
time
States.
is like middle or like in July or something like that. When
Yeah,
like
maybe
Australian
July.
people have it off too. Although I know some people who have it in August.
For the benefit of the recording, by the way, for next year also, the reason the arcade won't work for us is because we're so much slower than other servers. Our model is that we have map-based development, which is why our map developers push so much faster than our actual developers. Hypixel, on the other hand, has developer-based development, which is why they push out game modes and new mini games all the time.
Completely
So
agree.
because we only have like one full-time developer who is mostly back-end, we can't push it. We can't push it out.
That's
You
the
have to
sad
work to
thing.
your
Is our main
strengths.
developers are mainly back-end developers.
I mean, it's not necessarily the fault of our developers.
We
but the fault of our...
have like 4 other developers. It's
It's
just
a bad
either
thing for
school is
arcade,
taking
though.
over their lives, or
It's not necessarily the
It's
problem
not
of
necessarily
developers.
bad.
The problem is that our model is different from other minigame servers, which is why we won't work as a minigame focused server.
I think that's why we can, and honestly, the best angle is, unlike most servers, to push competitive to then push public. Because I think what you need to do is you need to have competitive be your hook, and you have to have this be the catch that gets people. And then you can say, oh, well, you know, while you're practicing this, you can play these public versions here.
I think it'd be a good idea for us to open up competitive before, maybe open competitive like late March, early April.
Okay, how could they do this quickly though when they can't even get the arcade out for like 2 years?
Well,
the arcade isn't coming out because they don't want it out.
No,
we didn't need to push it.
Also,
I mean,
like,
it's their business. They want it out.
Luigi, think about it though. The arcade is something that they can't do though, because it's pure development, and that's not what the server has. As Elijah said, we have map makers though. We have that force, and we have a lot of tournament experience and people who know how to run things well. Like, if we push map development to get a really, really fucking amazing set of maps for a certain, you know, new modified thing that we think can go really huge, we can get that done. Unlike the stuff that's purely development.
I wish we had like the way to just like speak to every Minecraft player, saying like calling all map makers.
That's not exactly what you need.
It's not.
Like you
it's
have
not
enough
map
map
makers
makers right
it's
now.
the players.
But no, but all of like the map makers that built like the beginning maps are like gone.
Yeah, but
like I haven't built a map in like a year and a half, but I still have 3 maps in rotation.
Okay, but the other thing is that we have a cult and it has worked.
Well, the problem with it working
It's
is
the
that
same people submitting maps.
I said this on the thread. It's the real problem is because we're trying to create intrigue. It's important that we notice what's going on, and that is that the map makers are, to me, the painters. They're the people who get how to make something look cool. So people are like, wow, look at that picture of that fucking map. I want to play that.
Cost D&D.
But the other players, like, it's important. Dude, anyway, like, it's important that the tournament players are the people who are saying, okay, this is what's going on with the meta. This is what's wrong. This is what works well. These are examples in maps. So this is what I think you should do with your map. And then the map makers take this and say, okay, that's awesome. And then they make it look really fucking awesome.
Oh, I just lagged too now.
In terms of focus, though, we have the map developers and the map makers. It's all done there, and we have the tournament players in the meta. And we have the system and streamers. The problem is that with all of this, we just need to take it public.
Yeah, you need to have advertising.
But the thing is, I don't think we have the amount of money for the advertising that we need. I really don't think we do.
There are free advertised out there.
I know, but try getting someone like as big as Sunday just to advertise our tournament.
Wait a minute. What if instead of raising money in order to have a prize, we raise money to advertise?
That rhymes.
And
see, no, Apple talked about this in the past.
That's actually really smart.
No, in the past about adding a tip jar to the website just to have extra money, and then all that money would be going to just.
I reckon if we had that, we wouldn't really see that money.
And I don't. Nobody's gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna donate just to have a tournament for.
Okay,
there are a lot of
so far as I see,
is there anybody who's rich on the plays actively in Overcast right now that would donate a lot of people to advertise?
A lot of people.
There's a lot of people who donate $10.
We can.
There's 1,500 players in this tournament. If like 10% of them donate $10, that's 150. That's pretty good.
Okay, look.
$1,500, so that's like enough to pay like a single YouTuber to advertise.
Yeah, that's all you really
That's all you really need. You just said a single YouTuber's video doubled the amount on the chunk.
Okay, guys. Look, currently what we need is we have the tournament system and we want to grow it. That is the baseline. We have talked about trying to make the tournament system better, cash prizes, better map. But the point is that the tournament system is already good enough. what we need is to grow it, and the question is how. So we've talked about prize pools, but the administration has said that that's not really an option.
It's not really an option because
why not?
Why not?
Talk about violating the EULA.
Look, go past why it's not an option. We know it's not an option. We don't necessarily know why, but as long as it's not an option, arguing against it isn't going to do anything for us. We need to do advertising, therefore. But the question is how. So we can either raise money to do advertisements, or we can try to go with free advertising, which is what we need to focus on brainstorming about, rather than how to improve the tournaments.
We were at Minecon a couple years ago. And we do have Minecon coming up this year.
I've talked to Brett about that. I don't know how the updated information is.
No,
but he said that. Hold on, Dexter. I've asked Brett about it. They've said that they don't think that they have enough funds, or that it would be an appropriate use of the funds to send people to Minecon.
No, I'm not saying send people to Minecon. Alright, so a couple years ago, there was a server that put cards in all of the gift bags at the convention center.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't pay that much money. All they basically paid was for the prints and paid Mojang a couple $1,000s. If we can,
just a couple thousand.
Just let me finish. So if we pay to print one of those for each one of those bags, that's about 10 cents per person, 5,000 things. So it's like $500 for printing these things. Now, imagine how many YouTubers go to those conventions. How many of those YouTubers upload videos of their goodie bags?
I think actually the better idea would be if you had your goal be do tournament 10 to be a huge increase. Show that it's a huge increase, show that it's viable, and then go to Minecon and have a panel about competitive playing.
Why don't we just promote a panel this year for that?
That would be
because it's not big enough.
When is Minecon?
We could send 2 of our developers. We could send Last,
for sure,
and we can send Apple to go. Last.
I think Last and Haji.
Last and Haji. Two, like our main developer, and our main publisher, and our main developer to a convention center. And then maybe get some people like from Hypixel. They've run tournaments all the time. Talk about the competitive side of Minecraft.
That's something we need to ask Mojang about.
Because I think that would be the best route we can go. Because we got big servers like Hypixel and Shopbo that all run these big tournaments, and then we have us who #1 best run Minecraft tournament.
Like that's the angle. That's the advertisement too.
If we can get that going, there's like last year I think there was 25,000 people at one point watching the convention live.
Also, that panel, if people at Minecon like heard about that, like people would be excited about that. People
especially YouTubers, especially like if a YouTuber went to go see that panel, and then like they got really hype about this. They're like, this would be like the coolest thing ever, and then they tell their members about it.
Would be the grandest possible advertisement. Nothing beats.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
Well,
fine.
the problem is
a giant billboard
before
Super Bowl commercials bigger.
Before that,
that's good.
You need.
How about a blip?
Anyway,
wait.
You need to show something before that, though. You need to have tournament 10 be something huge, because then you can say, hey, we just had our 10th tournament, and we experienced 1.5 increase in the number of teams we had.
How about
it's the biggest thing we've ever had. We had 3,000 people.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Blimp at the Super Bowl.
No, you need something big. You can't just randomly decide. We're gonna have a Minecon panel.
No,
so that's what we're talking about.
That's how the last Minecon
before the Minecon battle.
Yeah, Tourney 10, do it well, and then send someone to Minecon to say, hey, look at this, we did this, this is increasing, this was the greatest thing ever, and you can join it for the next tournament, which is going to be now.
I think it's really important for Tourney 10 to have an anti-cheat.
We need to get someone's like little brother or sister go to Minecon, and then go to each one of the panels where they start asking questions. And pull out a card. And pull out a card like that one girl did for her dad's server. Just pull out a card and be like, "Hey, can you join my friend's server?" And then just say the IP and the name of it out loud on each one of the panels. Like on each one of the panels, just walk in there and go, "The Overkill US.oak.tc," and just walk away from the mic.
Our official representative.
No.
Nautical, like, literally, like, oh my god.
We need to get...
I'm gonna try and get Nautical to, like, stream and be, like, the KCTron of Minecraft. That would be so great.
So, basically, you just want all the little perverted 12-year-old boys to watch
Genius.
Okay, like, I'm good friends with Nautical. I'm very good friends with Nautical, in fact. But, like, her boobs are so large. Like, she can get so much done.
By the way, this is being recorded. I don't know if you have to know
Nautical.
I hope she hears this.
Not, I love you.
Even though she's completely underage, but you know.
I'm editing this. I'm editing this down.
You're editing this down?
I'm gonna edit out the quiet parts, but I'm definitely leaving
that would be illegal to use and abuse her.
Can you just like get me a clip of like just this? I don't really give a fuck about the other discussion, but like this would be nice to have.
Crap, do you remember the really drunk conversation you had on New Year's?
And then Overcast gets known as the server who mutilized 14-year-old girls to get advertisement.
Dude,
I mean,
what
server
that's legal as fuck.
Huh?
What server
Monaco's
hasn't
18,
done that?
that's legal
Oh
as
shit,
fuck.
I'm 18. Shit.
What was that
No, she's
quote?
19
It was never mind. I'll
Still,
go
I'm
find
18,
it.
so it doesn't matter.
I can't believe I have to put this up on the tournament discussion thread.
Well, don't. You're editing this
No,
part
put
out.
that. No.
Anyway.
Morsinius changed his name to a random Hello, Morsinius. Hey, Brett.
Hey,
It's
everyone. Just letting you guys know.
You just missed it.
Server Broken is unwhitelisted for a little bit of testing.
I don't
Actually,
think.
Brett.
How duplicate the mass?
Brett. I had a question.
1.8.
We were just like talking for a long time about something, and
2 hours.
What if instead of doing a prize thing, what if we raise money as a server to fund like advertisement for the 10th tournament, and then afterwards, after we're trying to like pull a huge thing for the 10th tournament, sent 2 people to Minecon to give a panel on competitive Minecraft.
Well, it would not be just us. Just get other servers like Hypixel and Shoppo who run large tournaments to go with, like Hajik, our main public figure, and then our main developer, Blast, to go together, and then those 2 be on the panel with maybe 2 of the main guys from Hypixel and 2 of the main guys from Shoppo talking about
honestly,
the competitive side of Minecraft.
I don't see the point of going with Hypixel or Mineplex though, because they don't really do stuff competitively.
Well, I'll find maybe like not Honey. Let's get 2 guys from.
I think just sending OCTC by itself and saying like
2 people
we
on a
did
single
this.
panel.
Look at this.
I would
So
say.
here's the deal.
So
Yeah.
get
There
those
has
2
to at
and
least
then
be
get
4
Dexter,
or
shut up
5
a
people
moment.
on a panel.
Okay.
Logistically speaking, it's going to be about $4,000 per person to send.
What? No.
Or not 4,000.
It's not 4,000.
So let's just do something from the middle of the U.S. for flight-wise. You're going to spend $1,500 to $1,800. Hotel is going to be $150 bucks a night, 4 nights.
Minecon's not 4 days, is it?
What kind of flight are you talking
It was
about?
2 days, I think.
It's 2 days.
You guys can find the hold. You don't need to
You
find
guys-
first class.
Anyway, just go.
With 4 days worth of hotels, because you have the night you get there before Minecon, 2 days of Minecon, and depending if you stay the extra night or not. If you're flying,
stay there for 1.
You could, but if you're flying across the Atlantic, why not stay the extra night? It would be cheaper, but still, that's $1,000 in hotel, plus the Minecon expense. So you're up to $3,000 right there.
Plus food. They need to eat.
Well,
Oh God,
so
don't
don't
eat
do
it. It's
that.
bad.
They
Don't
need
eat
the
it. You'll get
finest
sick.
caviar.
I swear to God, you'll get sick.
But either way, it's not cheap. But if the money's raised, it would be interesting to do it.
I think like.
Is that what happened last Minecon?
No, last Minecon the network paid for it.
Could the network pay for an extent again?
They could, but it depends on benefit. Like, it's already been decided a long time ago that the network wasn't having a presence at this Minecon.
Really?
Yes, due to the fact of the overall network. Not money, I don't think. I don't think money is an issue.
I just don't see how we can afford it.
Well, if the community raises it, it can be afforded. Like, wasn't it like... Minecraft raised like $45,000 for the last one?
You send them all to Minecon?
You know all these money raising ideas we've had, we could put it towards Minecon, yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like before Minecon, like with Tournament 10, it's important to do something large first.
Oh, Yuling, get out of the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's an idea. I'd be interested to see if it would work out, but it's a good... It's not an insane amount of money, but it's a good amount of money.
It's substantial, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if people aren't okay with prize pools, though, the main thing that I think is true, at least,
I'm not even
is...
okay with the prize pool.
Swag. Anyway. Like, we need something to get more people from working in the region. LMAO.
The only reason I don't say I don't like prize pools is because it's not fair that the community has to basically pay the winner.
That's what happens in like every fucking esport, dude.
I don't like
it.
Can we move past the prize pools, please?
It's not gonna work, so why don't we just find a way?
So, in other news, what do you guys think about like prize pools? That sounds like a pretty good idea.
I'm gonna punch you.
I dare you to try.
I will, dude. You're like a 3-hour drive from me.
Can we keep this simple, please?
All right. So what did I miss?
Prize pools.
No. Basically,
that's like literally all you missed.
Like,
next we'll play that. Put some money.
Oh, I think GTFO.
I think that House of Chorus has shown that we can run a tournament well of this size and probably even a little bit larger. The thing I think that would really get people more involved again and hyped would be if we got a lot of new people in and then had just a very, very well-run tournament to keep them involved.
Oh, we need to tell him about the idea we had about an hour ago.
What?
We had an idea to set up a queuing system, kind of like how CSGO does it. It's you have your team and you join online.
We're talking about no dev work solutions.
Yeah, that's the problem.
We need to stop being lazy. I'm sorry.
No.
Dev work. Yes.
Like, well,
degree of dev work, fine.
That's why we have devs for a reason. They need to do their job.
Elijah is so right. Like, we don't have the open source dev thing. Like, we have the open source map making thing. We have the open source community of people who kind of can help out with that. That's what we have to be able to work with. We don't have like dev supplies.
I know, but we do have devs.
Yes, and we also have
Use
devs
them.
maintaining a network that has 100,000 unique players.
We're not getting 100,000 new players a week.
Nixter, we need to assume no dev.
Like, we have had development for tournaments on the list. There is plans already made that but I can't force a developer to change their priorities. Like, that's a decision that's above my pay grade. That's Apple's call on what he wants to work on.
So I think we should just hire a full-time developer.
We have
can't
one.
do that though.
A full-time?
We can't have another one.
Full-time?
Brett, this is
we have a full-time developer.
Last username.
Dude,
this entire conversation is about trying to change the
like
devs'
This
priorities.
whole discussion though is literally like, we need to do stuff with what we have. Unfortunately, we can't just make things. Yeah. Like that's really awesome if we can get the community involved to do something.
Oh no.
But if our solution is, okay, fuck, we can't do it, there's nothing we can do, then that's not good.
Okay,
Also,
Brett.
Is Gloom thing?
Basically, my understanding of this is that we want and we already have the full payment system set up, right? So,
what did you just say we have set up?
A tournament system, a solid one that works.
We're getting there. I wouldn't consider it done, but it's improved.
It's significantly better than.
And by full-time developer, I meant like a 9 to 5 developer.
So
we have a 24/7 developer.
Really?
Last worked on Overcast Network only.
That's not what I mean by like someone who's set a certain amount of hours a day just to us. That's a real
full-time permanent developer.
Full-time.
Didn't say that, not just full-time developer.
Guys,
can we just drop this thing? It's not gonna happen. The point is finding a solution. So if it's like, oh, fuck this, there's not a solution, then that's really not helpful.
Okay, look, the point was that we need to work with what we have, right? So we already have
experience.
We
have map makers.
There.
Yeah.
How would solve the issue of?
So the question was how do we advertise it? Can we get
yeah. What can we do?
I mean, we know them from Nights. We could get Doc End. And then could we raise money?
Doc already said he was gonna come back.
YouTubers to do it?
Yeah, he came back for a week.
And they targeted him, but he didn't know how to use slash.
That was very
I know.
No, like
Doc left because
he said he was gonna play more.
But he has the nick though.
It doesn't matter.
If he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to. Like here's the thing, we can go back and forth to say, oh, that's dumb, but if something is not the case, you can't just say, oh, it's dumb. Oh, wow, suddenly that's the case, and it's great. We've got to work with what we have and do something. Otherwise, you can't just say, "Oh, it sucks that this didn't happen," because then you realize, "Oh, it sucks that we can't do anything."
Yeah, let's have the discussion about what can be done.
So the thing I think for sure is we can work on C2W maps a lot, because I think we have very solid DTC maps. I think we have very solid TDM maps thanks to Conquest, which was one of the best tournaments, honestly. And I think then, if we have those three basics, then we can start to have a much more large thing.
Yeah, I really think this new capture the flag is great tournaments.
Yes.
It's not that different from CTW though.
I think it's more team-based now, because you actually...
It needs to be developed a lot.
You gotta remember, it's like running a wool back. You place the wool and then the other team can destroy it and get rid of it. On this, you have 30 seconds to move the flag closer.
Hey, if you're on blue team, can you get to the point? Please? Please?
Fuck! Anyway, I think that does have
Squishy.
some problems in that lag affects CTF right now with the maps, but that can be fixed with different maps.
You can't kill me.
Well, yeah, a lot of the maps are just like concept.
Yeah, it's just like testing it out.
Which is fine.
This map is
Go random.
I think it's gonna take at least 4 to 6 months to refine it into a tournament-ready game mode.
I don't see that one. Especially since it's launch date is right before summer starts. A long time. So
wait, the launch date for this game mode is right before summer?
Either way, the thing I'm kind of getting is that something happening for a summer tournament, something big in terms of growing out the servers, would be fantastic. Towards that end, there needs to be some type of advertising, some way to pull in people from other communities.
I will be back in a second.
Okay. And then on top of that, we need to find a way to make the tournament easy to jump into, but also really cool. I've gotten pretty good at this. I want to get better at this. I want to keep playing this.
Everyone's quiet again.
We're busy.
When Brett
died,
jump back up.
Are these beacons really glitchy for anyone else?
It's not like a real beacon, it has like a beam going above it.
They're all over the place really. I see the particles glitching in every place of the map.
Oh my god, this map is so bad for me. I'm sorry.
It's a copy of a CS map.
This is nothing like a copy of a CS map.
What map is
Safe House.
Is this Safe House?
No, it's not.
Oh
this is the worst remake of Safe House
Doesn't
I've
Safe
ever
House
seen.
normally have a sea next to it? Like a lake? Did they
This
have
is
to
a
make
really bad copy.
Oh no, that is Lake.
Because I can guarantee.
Safe House. I don't know. It's really hard to see the resemblance.
I don't know at all.
Sash map. Who made this?
Matic.
Oh.
Just press tab.
He hasn't played CS:GO.
What Overcast
Obviously, he's never played CS because
Safe House.
The game mode on Safe House is not the gameplay on Safe House is not this bad.
Well, it's not amazing either, but
I know, but this is just bad.
Yep.
So if you want to piss players off, you make them play this map.
I don't see.
Can you try to be less negative about
Yeah,
everything?
I'm negative about everything.
To be fair though, this map is.
Alright. So back to the
Oh, we
discussion.
need to put armor on item lock.
Wow, this is actually really slow.
No, I was about to
Oh,
get
apparently
the
my
flag.
team lost, even though I'm in ops.
Is it this small in CS?
Okay. So
Is this map this small
Cratain.
in CS?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You want to continue?
Sure. How you have
Another big issue that you're gonna have is auto cheat or anti cheat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an
That's
issue.
something that you need developers for.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like of all things that needs to be done.
We already know this.
Brett, aren't the kills on here supposed to count towards your
Let's just hire the team behind back and hire for our server.
Well, no, they can't do it right either.
Oh, that's the funny thing is like most of the hacks that people use are like public on the CS forums and like they're like instantly patched. That's like the saddest. That's like the funniest thing about that community.
Always.
Like Minecraft, like a mod or hack client is like released and it doesn't ever get patched.
30 MS.
But didn't they talk about adding an anti-cheat system into Minecraft itself? Like I saw, I think a tweet from Dinner.
Also mentioned like a mod API,
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay,
I think it's a great idea.
No, well, public entity, I want people to look at what it is and it work. The reason why G-Cheat is so successful is because people don't really get how it works.
What, back?
Yeah, obviously you can't release it.
Yeah, otherwise no cheat would work.
We would have to build Minecraft on something else besides Java.
What are we doing in here?
I seriously think the API is going to be announced.
Oh, Nixter, don't do it, don't do it, Nixter.
No, I know it's not.
It's my flag.
Can't you just have like a client that you have to use to play in tournaments, though?
So the thing is, they can modify.
We could do that and detect what players are using that client, but nobody's gonna want to do that.
We have considered that in the past, but it wasn't feasible at the time.
Feasible now.
There was a way to get around it. Anything we put in the client, they could remove or put in another client to trick our system.
Yeah, you could just take whatever client they send you and then
modify it.
Just add stuff to it that could bypass what they already have.
There has to be a way to check and make sure they're using an unedited client.
There is
though. There is a single mod that you could install that's just a mod that checks for any additions or subtractions to what's already there.
Or what if you gave them the client a day before?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what. Just the day before.
It's actually pretty easy to do. Right?
Is that always going to be the flag?
Because there's a, I already,
that's changeable.
I know how to do it, but you can. There's a way to check and see what mods are installed on the client.
We can look at it again, but when we looked at it last time, it was not feasible.
It's very feasible.
Okay.
I coded something to do it already.
Nixter, we are here to discuss the future, not what's feasible and not within Minecraft. So, Cratain, what else do we need? What would you like to discuss?
Like, I don't know. I mean, to me, the thing I said is that it seems like the problem right now is that people largely feel like OCN is stagnated, and that even though, like, for example, like I say this whenever I say a post in like saying we're gonna talk about this whole like dying thing. Like, I will stay. I will keep playing OCDC, but I know for a fact that a lot of people are going to leave, and one of the things that we have gotten from so many tournaments is a lot of good teams, and having those tournaments so developed. So I feel like the thing that I can conclude is for the 10th tournament during this summer, it's a really, really important time to get something really big out and something that has somehow grown. In terms of team sizes, in terms of maybe having better CTW, something like that, to keep people interested again. And then from there, I think you can start to do things like season-based ELO ladders. Because people will like them, but only if they kind of get back into OCTC.
Okay.
So really my wondering right now is how can we, as a community, cause advertising to be huge very quickly.
The first thing we need is we gotta figure out what type of advertising we want.
I mean, you want, like, it's obvious what the end goal we want is. We want teams to come join OCTC and be a part of the tournament.
Prize pool.
But I was thinking about that
panel
thing. There's one person that would be great for. There's actually a couple people that would be great for that panel, and one of them is Author, the original developer behind the RMCT plugin.
Yeah, I like it.
Can we think Crash? Can we please think Crash?
What?
I'm not at all affiliated with OCTC.
I actually really like this map and the way it works.
I know, I think Kaji would be a good person to go. I think Glass would be a good person to go.
I think Kaji, Glass, and then
I
think as a community we could pay for some Author Blues to go.
If we had even like one other developer,
so we're gonna pay for somebody who's not associated with Overcast.
How is Author not associated with Overcast?
I don't even know who he is, but
you've never heard of? Wow. Okay.
I haven't.
Who?
Author's one of the founders of RMCT, who's been inactive for a very long time.
The RMCT's ever used.
Yeah, so what does that have to do with OCTC?
So
we're based off that community.
We are not.
We are.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
What?
That's like saying we're based or affiliated.
That's where most of our players came from.
Dude, that's like saying like Badlands should send it to OCTC DTC rep to Minecon with them because they're affiliated
because
off
that's
of
how we got most of our players.
Yeah, is Badland gonna pay for us to go?
I'm down.
Oh yeah.
Yo, they have the money.
They have the money. We don't.
Don't they?
We could always get Woodycraft to pay for all of us to go.
Oh yeah,
Woodycraft
his
is
server is making tons of money.
He's making bank.
Woodycraft shut down, I'm pretty sure.
Did it? I paid on that server a long time ago.
If you want to talk about a server that violates the EULA, he's number 1 on that list.
He's the reason why they got all butthurt about it.
Yeah.
But we're not discussing general Minecraft. Let's keep on topic. What can we do now to improve our community?
Transparency.
Yes. Staff.
Come back here,
Staff is already making steps.
Kill him for me, Gibber.
Improving that aspect.
Yeah.
Screw you!
But I think it'd just be really good if the staff just came out and said, hey,
this FOV.
we're all going to do this together. We're going to get as many people as we can into this. This is how we're going to go about advertising. This is what we need from you. And this is why we're going to have this tournament over the summer. It's going to be a huge thing.
I think all of our major tournaments should be during the summer, and then our small mini tournaments should be like 1 per season, and then the major tournament during the summer.
I think what would work, keeping in mind if the league came out, would be have mixed tournament during the summer, CTW during the spring before that, and then DTC during the winter.
Yes.
It would be nice to have a TDM.
TDM could go during the fall, because fall is the worst time of year, but TDM is the least time intensive.
You can also easily do less size teams for TDM. 7 player
TDM
works.
also 7 for TDM, like, hats off, like, that was actually really good.
Or you could make TDM the universal tiebreaker.
Whoa, shit.
We don't want to weigh the entire
just
skill.
Singly off.
Hey, if we find bugs on server broken, can we report those, or is this just
Oh my god, that TNT just killed me.
Yeah, report them on the issues repo.
That map actually worked really well. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
can we do?
Would we be open to trying?
Is there gonna be like a statement why you won't like be looking into cash prizes? Because it's been really okay so far.
I don't know of any current plans of making a statement, but I don't also know if we want to commit ourselves to not doing them in the future.
What's the rationalization for not doing them right now?
Why do we want them?
So, people have been talking about this a lot, and this is the general gist of what I've gathered from it, is you get a prize pool, and that attracts a lot of new players. Look at how many people in the quarter quill and such.
Are they
So,
cheap
if
players,
you get
though?
a bunch of new people interested in Tournament 10, let's say, and then they join, they stay for the,
money.
They stay because it's really fun. Not
They
for
stay
the money.
for the money.
It's not for the money
They're
necessarily.
still staying.
If they come for the money, they're here for the money. Why don't
Not
we invest
necessarily.
our time?
Ow!
Money to me is just a way of advertising. If you have a prize in your tournament, it's a way of getting the word around that you have a tournament, just the same as if we had hired a YouTuber to do it.
Like
what items?
Let's give like a freaking Razer keyboard away for Pete's sake. Like, like you get what I'm saying?
How are you gonna divide that above 20 people? Here, you get the Q key and the R key. I'm gonna take the shift key and the space bar.
No,
I get the space bar.
I want the shift key.
Honestly, I want the spacebar.
Why are we gonna have teams of 20?
Because that's what teams are.
Our game, our network is based around larger teams.
Okay,
right now.
So teams of 20. What could we? All right. So what could we give?
We could do prizes. We could get sponsors.
So let's say we do. Let's say that we do a value of $2,000. Okay. So that's $100 per person that we could spend.
Would you rather
Like,
get
we could give
$100
out,
in an
like,
item or $100?
We could give out like
Oh, you're lagging.
$100 Steam gift cards.
Okay, giving out actual money though is a lot of issues. Legally.
Yeah, don't do cash. Cash is stupid because then we gotta deal with PayPal and all that kind of stuff and sending checks, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth the hassle with cash.
You can't just, yeah, I guess you can't really mail them a
like
check.
Steam gift cards or something like that, we can so easily do that.
Yes.
Like all we have to do is send them a code.
I'll handle it.
All we gotta do is get their address and
How
send
does
them
Quarter Quill handle it?
Amazon gift
They're only
cards, as
sending
I
it to
just
one
said.
person, pretty
Get
much.
their
we
address.
thought
their
about
PIN
Amazon gift cards
number.
for the one tournament.
How does Quarter Quill handle their cash prizes?
I just said it to you.
It's Amazon gift cards based off their sponsorship with MLG.
Okay, sorry.
Amazon seems like a good thing. It's universal. They sell a lot of stuff.
I know that
Hell no!
I know that RMCT tried to see if they could maybe also partner up with MLG, but at the time it was there was this weird contract stuff. But I think that maybe the contract with MLG that MCPVP has might be running out soon, so you could maybe pitch to MLG.
MCPVP
but I'm
has
not
a contract with MLG.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how Major League Gaming works.
I didn't know they had a contract with them.
Yeah.
They're not even that big, are they?
No offense to the players who
really
play there,
not.
but like MCPVP is pretty terrible. So the
Yeah,
fact that they
that's
can
what
do
I was about
that,
to say.
I get it.
The question is, does MLG realize that we are better?
One way to show them.
What I heard from Neoners is that the problem was MLG had to do a lot of work to get their stuff integrated with MCPVP. That was a lot of effort for them, and so I think they don't want to do something again where they have to do something with MCPVP.
Well, that's why we have our own developers.
Yeah, so
to take care of that
if
kind
you
of
say that there's like a larger thing and we'll help you out, I think they might bite on that. But I think Neoners also mentioned that there were some problems with the contract they had, maybe saying that MCPVP had a monopoly on Minecraft. I don't know if that's still the case or if that is expired.
Go Elijah. Don't die.
Well, I know we could easily get partnerships with a couple of companies, but they're probably not companies that... Gillette? No, we could probably get a partnership with a company like SteelSeries or something like that.
That would be cool.
I really think that we could get SteelSeries in on this. That's one company that I know...
They seem like quite a friendly to new things company.
I could see SteelSeries helping us out. I could see
Hey, this death animation where you get like the red tint on your screen, this should be just part of the whole server.
Yeah, I know, I like that.
Brett, also
That's
the
just
stats
this
are
thing,
not counting how much you say they are. Just
What?
for objectives. The actual kills are not counting.
But like, let's say one tournament that
may be intentional.
SteelSeries sponsors us, they give a keyboard and a mouse to each of the team members. Like, or even just give like a headset to each of the team members.
So, one thing with introduction of prizes...
That's a lot of money, honestly.
No,
Not
honestly,
from
the money,
SteelSeries, it's
guys,
not cheap.
theoretically, let's say money's on an issue and there is prize on the table. Mini prize.
Sounds good to me.
That ups the stress and ultimately the claims of hacking and cheating when there's tangible stuff. And honestly, I don't know if the event staff really wants to deal with all those extra headaches.
But I think, Brad, like, if not OCN, what server could do that at the moment? I think OCN has the most developed tournament system out of them all.
We do.
Yeah.
To be honest, you
I think
must
the
get
problem
something.
is if OCN waits for another, if Bad Lions started to make tournaments, I think they could just I think
we would
I don't see how he would
Overcast
die.
would die.
But like Bad Lion could overtake that. Bad Lion, like, they get more developing stuff done because they have more developers
They
working.
have, I think, like 2 or 3 full-time developers, like legitimately full-time.
So we know that we don't do that, which means that we have to play to our lead if we want to do
Quote
something.
unquote full-time, not full-time, like 9 to 5 full-time.
Hold on.
Less,
you don't think Last is 9 to 5?
Less is more than 9 to 5. Less stuff is like 3
works
a.m.
average 14 to 15 hours a day on Overcast.
Where is it going to?
So
Backend, largely.
there's tons of backend stuff that was not prepared for the future when Overcast was made, when Apple was developing, that he's now forming the foundation so it's easier to grow in the future.
But how long does that take?
It could take a while. I mean, he's basically fixing and... So, previous as I understand it, it was... Everything was like its own individual project, all working together. And he's basically bringing all that into one place, so it's one place to keep updating from.
But if it takes too long, then there's not going to be any point, because there's not going to be anybody to actually playing the service anymore to make use of it.
Hire someone new, someone fresh that's gonna let's keep Last pushing hard ass on back end, but let's have someone pushing hard ass on front end. plugins.
The
thing is, you can't do the front end until the back end's built.
So then get somebody else.
You can have them going on at the same time. We don't have to push out the front end stuff right now, but we could have someone working on front end really, really hard while Last is working on back end, and they can work together. That way, when they're ready to push, they can push together. And don't take any of what I just said out of context.
It's just like CPS. It just sounds like we can't give up.
But back to the G sheet. I mean, we must get some sort of sheet detection like G sheet if the server wants to swap in the
I'm pretty
future.
sure the staff has like the idea that's what
We understand it is needed, and
Let's have someone working on that while Last is working on the back end.
Okay.
I think
We have basically 3 developers we're not paying right now.
Well, you gotta realize, 2 of those 3 are still owners of the network who
we have
could
1
be getting
developer
their
we're paying, basically.
Apple and
I'm
Ace.
stupid. Yeah, I'm stupid.
Okay, so we have, 2 developers that push, like, a single thing every couple weeks.
But, like,
Ramsey and Yukon.
Yes, Yukon's becoming more active because he has more time. Ramsey, I don't know, but that's his own business.
Wasn't he
I'm
on
saying,
like a
but
web
that's opening
developer?
up. I think that's opening up positions for a single new person.
It depends. Because
Oceana and Bedlam and New merged. That's a stupid question. Oh my god. Turn on push it on or wear headphones or something.
Okay.
Can you like mute him?
Varus, what did you want to say?
And it's just not.
I said like you
local
don't need
him
to,
or something.
you don't need to go
He's
full
server
scale
muted.
getting complete hack detection. It's just like all you really need to do is just get an automatic detector to start off with.
Oh, there are different names as well. Oops.
There's a public one we could use. What we need to get
That-
rid of is
Public one.
NCP, because NCP is an old, outdated piece of shit.
Yes, but if we don't have something to replace it, we're not gonna remove it.
So,
Why not?
What kind of
Okay, so let's
then?
remove the thing that works a good majority of the
Black and
time
blue.
for
Oh, I
nothing.
thought it was golden.
That's because your eyes are broken and yeah.
What does everyone else think?
Your eyes can't tell the difference between natural light and fake light. That's your fault. That's your
Oh my gosh,
stupid
shut up about
eyes.
that dress.
So,
Oh, we're still talking about this?
Shut up about that.
I look fabulous in it.
I think that's like green,
Yeah, you
right, at some point.
Huh?
No, we're not starting this. Back on topic, please.
The best.
Dress.
It happens all the time.
Since we're getting off topic, I am not very motivated to stick around unless we get back on topic.
Yes, please.
Welcome to Overcast, where we can't stay on topic for more than
No,
an hour.
I'm here. I'm just.
Well, I mean, it's only like you going off topic. To be
No,
fair.
it's not.
Oh.
I
Yes,
didn't
can
bring
you
up
sh-
the dress.
Can you just shut the hell up about
You
it?
kept discussing it.
I answered a question.
Someone mute next there, please.
No.
Local
That's
music.
stupid. I answered a
All right,
single question.
let's get back on topic. Creighton. What else should we discuss?
Oh my god. I mean, like that's basically like what I think is the case. Is that you need to get people into it. You need to get things to like stay into it, and then you have to have the infrastructure to make those people in the system fully involved for a while. And so I think the ways you do that is you advertise to get into a summer tournament. You work on having the summer tournament be really great and being a style that allows them to get a taste for what OCTC is and to like that. And then from there, you have something like a league system or something that is more consistent to allow for a long-standing tournament environment.
For offline, I mean for off tournaments.
Yeah, I think that's the way forward. It's just a matter of how do you do the advertisement, and I think we have the answer to how do we run the tournament well. I think we kind of get that. I think the problem left then also is how do we have an ELO system that is not too developer intensive.
I just want to know how you want to raise the money to advertise.
We have plenty of ideas on how to raise the money. Raising the money is not currently the issue.
So plenty of ideas for raising the money.
Can like one person present that?
Creighton?
Present
So,
something.
Hold on. So, a lot of things in life work around and happen because of money. So I would like to hear the ideas on raising money.
That's what I want to know too.
Should I?
Wow, what hard.
Is it on the doc or no?
There's a document and you haven't sent it to me?
Oh yeah, then right.
Wow,
What?
it's the coolest thing in the
It's
world.
not like an official document. It's just like we've all been in a chat with like 90-ish people, and we've all been talking and writing stuff in there.
That's fine. I would like to see the document.
Okay. Anyway, though, logistically, the way I see to raise money nicely is one, if you went to talk to MLG, maybe trying to get a sponsorship from them. That would be a possible way. Another way would be to raise money from the teams themselves. You could technically charge $10 for admission to the tournament, even if there wasn't a cash prize. You could use that money towards making the tournament a good tournament.
I think voluntary.
And then I came up with the idea of getting companies.
Yeah,
like,
voluntary donations as well.
Like
on top of that.
I thought, I would think SteelSeries would definitely do it because they sponsor all these big Twitch players that do Minecraft, just Minecraft Twitch.
Oh, the other thing I think is, I mean, you could honestly try and talk to Mojang or Microsoft. Like,
that's not good.
Microsoft didn't buy Minecraft to uphold the game. Like, they want to make money somehow. So if you have an angle, like, they're not going to donate like thousands of dollars, but you can maybe convince them to like chip in something towards doing something.
Problem is Microsoft wants something back. Like,
yes,
we don't have anything
but
to give back.
the tournament isn't going to attract new people.
So
yes,
here's the
new
deal.
people.
To attract companies, we need viewership so they get their advertising dollars, even if it's through merchandise, well spent.
Yeah, but what would they give, like, to
Can we-
us?
can we
Let's
get
just say we give a
Microsoft
prize
by
pool, but
companies?
what kind of stuff could they give away to the winning team?
So like Microsoft,
Yeah,
could be as simple as
Offer them.
because I sure guarantee hell they're not going to give
Yeah, go.
$1,000 Surface Pros to each of the winning
But
team
what we
players.
can offer them is a competitive facet to the game they bought.
He's working on that. Is we have a start to that, and we could make that grow bigger. Because if that becomes very big, that's very helpful to a company like Microsoft that wants to get their money
Microsoft
back.
should just acquire Overcast for like 1% of what they did in Mojang. We could totally add 1% of
1%. They
1%,
own
that's
100%
a lot.
in that company.
No, for the value of 1% of the acquisition. So $25 million. Wait, is that right?
No, they bought Mojang for $2.5
How much did
billion.
they pay for?
They paid 2.5. So 1% of 2.5 is
billion.
25 million.
Overcast is worth 25 million?
No, it's worth like 50 grand. If
They consider Mojang to be worth 2.5, so you never know.
They
The thing
sold
about
largest
Microsoft that I
PC
think is
selling game in the
advantageous is the
world.
fact that a few $1,000s to
Tetris.
Microsoft is change.
That Tetris
It's
is
spare
the
change.
global, worldwide.
So I
market.
think you could maybe convince them to like give a little towards something, saying like, hey, if this doesn't work, like it doesn't really cost you too much, but if it does work, then you're gonna get a large payback on it if it
Yeah,
gets
but
very big.
What would they give to us to give away to the winning team? Like something
If
not
we-
accessible.
Okay, go
like
to
a
Microsoft's
Surface?
website. Not like Surfaces.
But like, what can we give away that's small? Like
They
there's
could be
like that.
Surfaces.
There is
It
that
could be
$100. There is that $100 keyboard that they have, that gaming keyboard.
Guys, it could be gaming keyboards, mice. It could be the first generation Surfaces.
But I thought you said that you didn't want anybody to have anything like physical. For
I would
tournaments
rather
without
do
costing much
physical
stress.
than
If
cash,
it is
because cash
physical.
is going to cause issues.
Okay. So cash is almost 100% guaranteed issues on top of the event side issues. There's legal issues and taxes, lawyers, and a bunch of stuff we don't really want to deal with. If it's physical merchandise, like, hey, you get this $25 prize, it's still the element of the in-game stress, as in hacking DDoS.
Yeah.
And
But you're always going to get that.
Yeah,
as soon as
no,
the
we
tournaments
are,
get
but it's
bigger.
going to be elevated due to the fact there's a prize on the stake. If you lose the semifinals match, you're going to be pissed because, or you lose the finals, you don't get the prize.
That's how life works.
Yes,
Wait, how
but-
much is? How are we going to distribute the prize pool?
What do
It wouldn't be a pool, it'd be like
You know,
physical prizes,
it's
like
not.
a keyboard
Is it
or
really gonna
something.
be winners takes all? I mean, gonna like split it up. You know, second
I-
place,
yeah.
some
Yeah, I
third
asked
place,
that, like,
fourth,
top three,
fifth,
top
sixth.
I had
No.
an idea for that, like the winning
way.
team. Like if we
Good
did get
popcorn.
Microsoft, for example, like the winning team, we could have like all the players get like an Xbox One or something like that.
No,
And then-
that's not gonna happen.
And then like the second place team they could give, let's see,
an Xbox 360.
Okay.
Or,
okay.
yeah, why not? Like seriously, like, why not?
No, I'm not saying it's not impossible, but even with a tiered system, that's fine. It's still a lot of stress added.
Look, wait, can I just say something? Like, imagine that we actually do manage to get some frickin' sponsorship. We need to be able, like, what negative effects would that have on it? And like, as Brett has said, hacking DDoS attacks. We already had a frickin' Google document full of IPs, and if we're going to put in like cash, if we're gonna put in prizes
of monetary value.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a lot, you know. You realize that. It's not tens of thousands of.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I'm saying like getting Xbox Ones to winning teams. Even though I'm assuming that was a bit of an exaggerated joke.
It was.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Either way, even if it's, let's say the top 3 teams have prizes, and the top prize is about $100 in value, second place is $75, and third place gets $50. Whatever the product is. In value, so reasonably, the actual cost of the products for the sponsor is a reasonable cost that they could stomach. Does that make sense? Let's assume if they have a 50% markup on the value of the product, it actually only costs them half of the value.
Ooh, they're making more than 50%.
What if it was something like Minecraft, like what's it called? Like Minecraft goodies, like little
like merchandise.
Merchandise,
well,
yeah, that would advertise
that'd be a good
for
sponsor,
them.
Jinx. Get Jinx to sponsor a tournament. We
Because
could
it
give away
would
stuff
advertise those gadgets for Microsoft with Jinx,
like,
and
To
still
be fair,
be of
working with
interest.
Jinx is very interesting, but I have met the founder.
Well, yeah, like, but I'm saying I think they would be up to something like that because, like, let's say like if the winning team, like the
I do agree.
like
Prizes?
their prices aren't that expensive. I mean, like we could go with something similar to that, like let's say
$25 Jinx credit or whatever.
Well, no, not even that, but like let's say Jinx hosts this, okay? We give like
all right, guys.
a Lego Minecraft set.
We're getting into
hoodie.
specifics.
Yeah. All right. So like $100 worth of stuff for the winning team. Yeah. I mean, I guess your price points.
Okay. I'm gonna
do them in monetary items and not like gift cards.
All right, guys. I guess I'll discuss this some other time.
Why?
Because I'm getting annoyed that you won't stop talking.
Wow.
There's like
you could just mute him.
35 people, maybe 40 people in this mumble, and like 3 people are talking. I would like to hear from everyone.
What do you want to hear?
I want to hear about your ideas for money.
Shouldn't give first place.
How to raise money.
Oh, how to raise money?
Ah.
OCN t-shirts.
Give money prizes.
Have you ever thought about, like just, people donating? Are we actually going for more than $1,000 here?
You could
I
easily
heard
get
Apple
people to
saying
donate.
something about having like a tip jar on the website. That's
Me
it.
and Eclipse and already talked about this. We both said we put in $50 already. That's 100 by 2 people already.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not joking. I would
So you guys
gladly
honestly-
donate
I'm not joking
$50.
either.
I'm honest about
So,
it.
as a community, let me ask you this. If Overcast Network put up a tip jar specifically for events, but the purpose of the money was not announced when we put up the tip jar, it's going to be used in the context of events, potentially prizes and other expenses, would you donate?
Yes, I would donate 50.
Yes.
That's basically donations, isn't it?
Probably yes.
It's specifically for events. We
No
don't
one
know how
would
we
go
would use
for
the
it.
money yet. Because let's say $10,000 are donated. Then we could look at, okay, do we need to go to Minecon and do a panel and do some promotion?
Can I add, wait, one other thing you could do is like have like donator stars and even have like a star if you donate like at least $15 to like events. Have a specific star for that. It makes TM servers. Because honestly, people like attention and people like looking good in front of a camera. So just like a little small thing like that would probably, I wouldn't be surprised, especially if we're going like a bit bigger. If you're hoping to get a bit bigger, then that will probably like just increase donations. It's not that and there's not much loss to doing so.
I don't think they should get a star though.
Why not? In game.
It's just the same as that's like for donators. Like, I mean, and
they've done the same thing.
If anything, it should be more like a trophy.
Either way, it could be like a trophy for
you get a trophy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Secret
saying,
Santa stuff.
Yeah,
but
like
like
Secret
honestly,
Santa.
it would be awesome to have more freedom to do other things, but it's just dependent on what makes sense in the entire scheme of the network. Which honestly, I can't speak to that because I'm not involved with the entire planning of the entire network. But it would be cool.
We're considering that like the tournaments are basically all basically what's keeping the community together. You really are involved in a lot more than you seem to at least publicly admit. But then the thing with that, the reason I think a star would work is like because people, it's kind of like, yes,
it would be
people
cool to
just
do like a little heart again.
A what?
A little heart, but it would be like a trophy symbol or something, which signifies you donated X dollars to events.
Yeah, but I think like just an in-game aesthetic thing, because people, as I said, people like to look good in front of a camera, and that'll just like it's kind of a dirty move, but I think it'll work. I don't
like in-game because stars reflect in-game.
I don't think raising the money actually should be our main concern, because I don't think it'll be much of a problem, to tell you the truth. I think with the player base that we have, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think we should be focusing more on where we allocate the time and effort, not necessarily how we get the money, because I don't think the money would be a problem necessarily.
Well, I just was curious what you guys' ideas were. Theoretically, let's check the money off the list and say it's here.
I think no matter how you handle it, we have a large enough and passion in the future base that we should be able to fund whatever we're trying to fund.
Yeah.
I think this is a scheme for Craft trying to make money because he's broke and has like 2 teams already, so he's trying to make money. I think
he just needs to start charging for his team.
Alright, realize that OCM will die, so now he has to
Guys,
save
we have 2 spots on Impact. We're basically going to win the next tournament. They are up for auction.
Buy some stocks.
Okay, I honestly am open to ideas, but like Minecon, it would be interesting.
Does it cost money to like get a panel at Minecon? Because we need to consider that.
Well, you have to pay for your own ticket.
Of course it costs money.
You have to pay for your own ticket, which is stupid.
Obviously.
Like, if you were accepted as a panel, you are the content. They should give you the $150 back.
I mean, it could be different.
At least give you the ticket back.
Well, yeah, that's whatever the ticket costs.
Yeah. So, alright, but like actually getting a panel, if you get accepted, does that cost?
No, because you are the content.
Alright, so if we can become a bigger deal, then with like if we can create an infrastructure and get attention, getting a Minecon panel shouldn't be.
But that's what this is all about, getting attention.
Yeah,
that's
goes big.
That's the step we're trying to go towards. That's not the beginning step we're trying to have.
Yeah. I think getting a Minecon will be more of a result of doing well.
Oh, I have an idea to raise money. Sell t-shirts.
Haven't we already said that? Okay, but
we
yes.
did? Oh, I was probably AFK. Like, seriously, like, we had those t-shirts like 2 Minecons ago. When was the last Minecon? It's been 2 years. But like those t-shirts, Apple said, "Oh, I'll sell the rest on the website." That never happened.
There wasn't any left, to be fair.
Really?
Exactly. So they sold well.
What was that?
So they sold well.
No, we just gave them out.
Yeah, that was.
Like there's so many people that would buy a t-shirt.
Doesn't want a free shirt.
There would be a lot of people that bought a t-shirt, especially if we printed the shirts ourselves, like at our local company, printed them ourselves. We can make some serious money on the t-shirts.
Yeah, like add something to the storage section.
Merchandise isn't actually that profitable network-wide unless there's thousands of volume.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's definitely not that profitable
to be fair,
sell
I have
merchandise.
already ran the numbers on it.
Yeah, crap, that's pretty true. Like KRATT, AAT. No, I don't think I'm gonna be going around wearing an Overcast Network shirt in public, as cool as it might be.
You never know when you find two kids in my networking class that wear Minecraft shirts every single class, and they're like doing something.
Yeah.
So.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But do kids look up to those kids?
So that's not normal.
That's not normal. One of them at least is.
Dank moon.
Do you... never mind.
I really lost my thoughts right now.
What?
Sorry, I had a brief conversation. It was like, does violence.
Typical.
Yeah.
Alright, well, great discussion, guys.
Thank you, Brett.
Thanks for being here, Brett.
I think Brett's just been trying to leave us for the past hour.
No, this is...
At least he came. That was the main thing.
We have to do more of these, like, actively. Things like this.
We could do it in a giant PM if the PM system existed.
I'd like to see a weekly update post by the staff.
Dude.
Every single week they make a post talking about what they had tried to accomplish, what they accomplished, what they plan on the next week.